Well, hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today I bring you the review of this week's chapter of the 7 Deadliest Sins, 178 of its name, Dark Britannia. I gotta say, the beginning of this chapter actually caught me by surprise. 1 month has passed since the events of last chapter, and it is an established fact that Meliodas was slayed. They don't mention Ban at all, so we can assume that Ban probably reconstructed himself, healed himself, kind of like Deadpool and Wolverine. They can heal if torn apart. So Ban can probably do that as well. If they don't mention it, then it's probably all right. But during that month, the demon tribe actually took hold of Britannia, as it would be expected. And even though some tried to resist, of course they were nothing before the might of the demon tribe. But amidst all of that, and as it was to be kind of expected, otherwise the demon tribe would just kill everyone, some of the people started to offer souls to the demon tribe. Some to protect their own families, just out of that feeling. Others just because they went completely bananas and start adoring the Ten Commandments and treating them like gods. So, and we see one of such offering in this chapter when two holy knights of Leones, or part of the Weird Fang group, Ruin and Frezia, are actually cornered by some random people, but end up getting caught by Dreyfus, aka Frodrin, and ended up getting killed. And after that offering, not after the offering, when they grab Frezia, she asks them if they have no pride in being human anymore, and one of them says something really true: pride can't save our families. But now that's another story. And so she ends up dead. And we get a glimpse of how this whole system works. Humans offer souls to the demon tribe, and they get more time to stay alive. In this case, Frodrin offered them a 3-month reprieve. I don't know how to pronounce this word, and I'm sorry for that. But he extended their lifetimes for an additional 3 months. And before I go on, because afterwards the action skips for another scene, this is really a dark situation. In only a month, they were able to establish a sort of not slavery in its whole extent, but they were able to establish a regime that pins the people down and doesn't give them any option. In just 1 month. It might sound like a lot, but 1 month is really not that much. But even though they're 9 and they have other more powerful demons, not as powerful as them, but the white class demons and the red demons are pretty powerful in and on themselves, humanity resorted to what is often the final chance: submission. And since they are just normal people, submission is really the only thing they can do. So we see some kids snooping in on the conversation, and they all seem pretty pissed about it, to be expected. But the thing that bugs me in this part is why? Why the kids? Why showing the kids looking? I mean, if it was just the image where we see the elders' faces tanking Frodrin, and then the kids on the back, it would be fine. But the author just decided to zoom in on the 3 kids and to show them assisting the scene. I believe these kids will have some sort of appearance later on. I don't know what these kids can do, but maybe they'll warn one of the remaining sins, or Arthur, because he appears later in this chapter. In fact, it now begins the scene where we see Arthur and the mysterious swordsman, which I believe we still don't have his name, and is able to make short work of a white class demon, which is pretty impressive in and on itself. He's able to slash not only the demon, but the beam that the beam that the beam the beam that the demon stands, not the demon, in a typical Yai technique, heartless waterfall, and it's quite amazing. Just imagine a guy doing a Yai technique, and then just on his back an explosion going on, sliced in two. In the anime, this will look pretty amazing. And in the middle of that, he's able to slash the demon in half as well. But he still has another demon to deal with, which is dealt, well, not really dealt, but Arthur goes in and stabs him in the back. And I still don't get what's with that cat on his shoulder. I really don't. Maybe it's something that I missed back in the old chapters, but I don't really understand what's that cat on his shoulders. But it's a cute cat, so we let him stay. And so yes, the demon now offers Arthur the typical choice: submission or die. So Arthur chooses the third option, which is to oppose them until the bitter end, and we get a pretty cool end page with Arthur wielding his sword, the mysterious samurai, and two other unknown characters in the back. And next chapter, 179, In Pursuit of Hope. Now, and I'm sorry, my eye is itching like crazy. Maybe I should start scratching it then. One thing to start us. What happened to the sins? This is the Seven Deadly Sins manga, not Arthur and Mysterious Swordsman and Other Soldiers manga. It is not the Ten Commandments manga yet, as far as we know. So what about the remaining sins? Assuming that Melioda is out of commission, not truly dead, but unconscious, or in a sort of a coma state, Melioda is out of commission. Done. We have 6 remaining sins, 5 if you don't count Merlin yet, or 4 if you don't count Van, who might have not reconstructed himself. But 6. Let's count 6. I believe that by now Merlin has found a way to regain her old body, or I believe she will find a way in the upcoming chapters, because it makes no sense to have Merlin, one of the 7 sins, trapped in a crystal ball forever. So, assuming that she already has or will return to her body soon, we have 6 members of the 7 deadly sins still inactive. My guess is, after the events of last chapter, the remaining fighters of the tournament have banded together and have formed a sort of an alliance to deal with the demon problem. The remaining sins, however, I believe they've gone into a sort of hermitage. If all together or each one by their own, I believe that they've retaken themselves out of action and have gone to train. Now, 2 problems / comments that can come from this. First off, then why have they done that? Because they are granted as some of the most powerful holy knights, whether from Camelot or it's not Britannia, but the kingdom of Elizabeth. I forgot. I forget a lot of things. But yes, they are counted amongst the most powerful holy knights of all Britannia. So obviously their help into fighting against the demons would be precious, if not totally needed and necessary. But the thing is, if they were to remain inactive, they would be chased down by the commandments, and they wouldn't be able to prep themselves to be on their strongest to when the big fight comes. So, as I said, if they gone all together, or if each one went their separate paths, we still don't know. And but I believe they were able to stay together. I believe that they may have gone back to the Druid's place, where they trained, where Meliodas got his powers back, and then did all that 10-second thing in fighting against the commandments. They might have gone back there because it's the best place they have to prepare themselves and to really get back strong. And assuming that they've gone there right after the battle, they had an entire month to prepare, to train all day long during 1 month. When will they appear? I don't know. Will Meliodas appear with them? I don't think so. I believe that Meliodas' appearance will be the typical triumphant appearance of the hero in shiny armor. It will be during a desperate situation, probably at the end of one of the upcoming chapters. We'll see his figure like shadowy and from the back view. And then in the next chapter, he will appear in another desperate moment, like stopping a blow from a commandment, probably from Mr. Rosa, and then say, "Yo, I'm back," like sort of Meliodas' true style. So, yes, this was a shorter video, but then again, this chapter was a shorter chapter. Really it didn't tell much. It just told us that the demons are in charge of Britannia now. So, yes, we'll have to see how it goes from here. Is there such an alliance between the fighters of the tournament? Where are the 7 deadly sins? How are they in training? Are they in hiding? What are they doing? What are they eating? I don't know. We'll get to know that in the upcoming chapters. 179 in Pursuit of Hope. I believe it will probably just be another Radiant chapter with little to none information, but just advancing and telling us how things are doing in Britannia. We'll probably see some of the characters from the tournament. Maybe yes, maybe not. Maybe we'll stick with Arthur to the whole chapter. Who knows? But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if the quality of the commentary is not as good as it used to be. But I'm pretty tired. I've been going to bed at 4 a.m. these past few days because of E3, and so I'm a little tired as of now. So I've been trying my hardest not to fall asleep. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, please comment your opinions on the video and the quality of my performance overall. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've said this 3 times in the video already. So I'll see you in the next video.